I can't believe it's almost. Well, it is over actually by the time I'm recording this. I can't believe it's already over. Inktober. We had some fun. Anyway, gear. Wasn't sure what to do, so I did the obvious easy way out and made Victorian adjacent steampunk man. And this one I did research because I did a bit more research for than some of the other ones because I know how some of you people are about the Victorians. Like, it's kind of unhealthy. We all think you should stop, but you know. Um, anyway. And he's scaring away this little booger demon with his. I hate the word booger. This demon with his, claw arm that's picking up the letter. And, yeah. I used, like, this special paint that's supposed to look metallic for all the brass and copper and stuff. It's alright. Anyway, I'm gonna take this time to discuss a very important topic to me. Do you think, like, an atheist or something celebrating Halloween is cultural appropriation? Because it was made by the Catholic Church to mess with the pagans, I know, but, like, technically it's a religious holiday. And the same applies to Christmas. I want to hear your thoughts. So here we have the moms talking to each other, the MILFs, if you will. Um, we have the lady from Nest who has adopted the gargoyle, who's suffering from future anxiety, I guess, about what he will become. And we have the lady from Nice with her adopted baby boy. Or, since it's blue and it's vintage, I guess girl. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah. Alright, over here we have the Bat Queen trying to cheer up her girlfriend to be ready to go and join the party. And we have one of the Bat Butlers as the personal hype man of the squad. And, I tried making the Scar Bride, I guess that will be her placeholder name. I tried making her taller than everyone else, but, I'm not that great at making things proportionate and adding depth, so like it looks like some of the other characters are taller than her, but canonically she's the tallest one. Like Lady Dimitrescu style of taller than everyone. Alright, and we have all of them here sharing a Siggy. And I finally found those markers I wanted to use for Trip. I couldn't find them. I had them in a box somewhere. Stupid Will, I should have planned that out better. And over here we have Tempting Booger, the witch from Ego, Fairy, and Bouquet. They're all doing a little show here. Bouquet is just dancing. She's not part of the performance. She's just really into it. Um, yeah. Oh, also you might notice that some of the characters have different outfits, cause, that's intentional, by the way. Like any changes to their appearance are because of it's a party, and they gotta dress up fancy, except for one, which we'll get to very shortly. So yeah. Alrighty, and we have match and camping, hang out. Match is really drunk, but he still has to do his job and collect data on the Earthlings, um, and return that, but he's really drunk, so he can't write very well. And he's getting all his information from this little Boy Scout who's hyped up on pixie sticks and is talking a whole bunch. And in the corner there, I was going to put the camping guy's dad, but instead there's just a pumpkin. Alright, Krabby and Salty. Finally, we get to see Krabby smile. So, I guess they were buddies in the Navy back in the day, and so they just have their fancy Navy stuff back on from back then, because uniforms are fancy, I guess. And with Salty over here, I haven't given them names yet. Salty just sewed his sleeves back on. So yeah. Remember when I said that one of the changes wouldn't be cosmetic? Yeah, so here I made the bird girl, foul girl, I gave her a gray face instead of the orange one that she had previously because I forgot what a bluebird looked like and I mixed up where the orange and the gray and the blue and the white were. My bad. I should know this. I've been painting bluebirds for a long time. It's just, I don't know. So yeah, this is just a canonical retcon sort of thing. Just pretend her head was gray the whole time for me, okay? And, yeah. And she's being introduced to one of the Boogie Lady's, sons. Some of the things are her butlers and some of the things are her children. And the way you can tell is that all the servants have one eye because they're made out of her, and she has one eye, so all of her servants have one eye. While her son is a different entity and has two eyes. So that's the reason. That's the way you can tell the difference that I just made up. And the horse lady from Ponytail has one of those collar thingies that they give to racehorses when they win a race. Because I thought that'd be cute. Okay, Eagle and Gear. So, Gear was trying to make some sort of, jukebox, gramophone, pipe organ, weird mashup thing. This guy doesn't know how instruments works. He just knows that you put parts together and they make something happen. So he just put parts of different instruments into one thing. And she's like, I told you so, because she actually knows what she's doing when it comes to mechanics. She's a pilot after all. He's just some guy who works in his garage and doesn't talk to his wife at all. And he's all covered in soot, like in the cartoons when there's an explosion. Yeah. And the little needle on the gramophone is now like some finger off of some monster because I thought it would be a cute little detail. I don't know. Alright, empty and forget. I thought since both of them had chunks taken out of their heads, they'd have something to talk about, but forget just looks uncomfortable. Maybe he forgot why he's at the party. Yeah, there's not much to say. Alright, Uh-oh and Snack. I thought since Uh-oh was sort of like an egg, it'd be funny to put him near Snack. And obviously Snack is at the buffet here. And, I tried giving, like, Snack sort of like a S shape to his... No, more like a C shape to his posture. But the bottle's in the way, so you can barely tell. But he's supposed to look, like, not right. He's supposed to look malformed. Like, he's not supposed to be standing, basically. I was... Like, what if you took a crocodile and made it stand? Is what I was going for with that. Now, moving on to the decorations and stuff. With, the decorations, did them in pencil because it would make them look more unreal. Like they're a different level of realness than the real things. Sorry to go all Greek philosopher on you. You know how a picture of a chair is in a chair, and how a painting of a pipe is in a pipe, and how the shadow of the chair is in a chair? That joke would be so funny if I had a smart audience. I'm not saying that you're not smart, I just don't know how many of you are smart in the field of philosophy, I guess. I don't even know if that's a deep cut in philosophy circles. I just like clowning on Greek philosophers, okay? They're about as dumb as Sigmund Freud. No one should take them seriously. They're all idiots. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now, what else do I want to talk about here? If we could have any historical costumers give us, like, an exact year that this takes place, I'll give you a shout out in one of my videos. Or if anybody would like to take a stab at, like, what year this would most likely be, I'd be really fascinated to know, based off of all of the historical details or non-historical details. Like, some of these are like representations of the past by people from the past. Some of these are just like what used to be modern. So like you get a weird variation of stuff. So I'd like to know when this takes place, because I don't even know. And I know it looks a bit cluttered, especially when all the color gets added in, but I was going for sort of like a Where's Wally energy to it, where it's, what's the word I'm looking for, like really detailed, and you can just spend like hours like looking through it and like seeing all the little jokes and things. Maybe not hours, maybe like a good 25 minutes. Maybe if you pace yourself like 45, 30 maybe. Yeah. Well, I can't just leave it off there. I need something else to talk about. Some of the decorations are based off of things from Cuphead, and some of them are based off of like actual vintage Halloween decorations, and some of them are based off of things you find in the Charlie Brown. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown special. So, yeah, that's neat, I guess. Oh, I forgot to mention how this ties into the word of the day. So the word was barn, or farm, or something, and so therefore this takes place in a barn. Because, what else was I going to do with this? With that word for this party thing? I mean, I guess I could have added a scarecrow character, that would have been cool, but like, eh. So I'm just going in with the line work. Oh, and secret challenge for everybody. I hidden like a couple of the Rat King's like components in there. And I want you to tell me where they are. You guys ever heard of Blacktober? Basically, you take a white character and you make it black. And I had a little bit of trouble picking a character because most of the characters I like, A, aren't human, B, are already not white, C, it's kind of sort of important that they're white. Like, for example, Snow White, like, that's literally her name. So, yeah, I had a tough time deciding, but I chose Alistair from Pokemon because I just think he's neat. And I had a spot of trouble with the hair because I didn't want to mess up with the hair because that's a very important part of, like, African American culture. So I've been told from some friends of mine, and I assume that's true because it's like a very, I want to say iconic, but that doesn't feel right. Part of, what's the word I'm looking for? Forget I said anything. I just didn't want to mess up with the hair. And I was trying to think of hairstyles that covered the face, and for some reason, locks or dreadlocks or whatever the appropriate name for those are didn't come to mind. So I just gave him this fade with a curly top. A friend of mine said was the name of this, and I chose this one because one of my friends at school has this haircut, and I wanted to pick something trendy and not something like really outdated, like an afro or whatever. I get that this will be outdated at some point, probably too. It might already be outdated with how things happen, but I tried.
Vamos kal. Armei. Ja. Nicht gonna me ja. Hoş ne gonna me ja. Well, this will be pets. The pets. One.